Hello, everyone. I can't believe we've reached the end of week 7, 7 of 8, right? Because I don't count the last 2 days. So the end of week 7, which included Valentine's Day. And I hope that each of you had a wonderful Valentine's Day, whether you spent it with your special someone or however you have spent it. I hope it was a wonderful day for you. And I am here to go over what I finished and what I didn't finish for week 7. I am going to start off by saying I did not have a very good week when it comes to warming. I tend to get through a lot, and some of you may even think this is a lot, but it really wasn't. I think it was the second week in a row for me where I really didn't pay too much attention to the second floor, and the temperature was up and down kind of thing, and I am not a winter person. I don't want to be super hot, but I prefer summer over winter, and I like fruity scents and manly scents, and everything I pulled because of the theme pretty much was fruity, which was perfect for me. But when the temperature drops again, and I don't know, I'm making up excuses, but I did not have that great of a week for warming, and I'm going to go through with you what I did use up and what I started or whatever. All right, so I did use, I think this was in my stash of what I was going to use. I did use up a clam of just one bite. I enjoyed that one. Let's see. I finished this one today. I had a souffle of lychee fizz, and I finished it pretty much. I think I had 4 pieces left, so I was like, okay, the Accord warmer upstairs uses 3. I'll put 3 pieces there, and then I stuck the last one in my room. I was just like, I don't know where to put it. I don't want to have 1 piece left. So I stuck it in my room, figuring for the day, nobody's up there anyway. So I finished that one. In terms of fizz scents, not one of my favorites. It performs well. I can smell it perfectly out in the foyer area and stuff. It smells strong. It smells fizzy, fruity fizzy. But I don't know, I kind of like some of the other ones a little more, so it's fine. I would warm it again, but in terms of a fruity, fizzy scent, not one of my favorites. Okay, let's see. This one was one of the Valentine pieces that I had gotten from a Valentine sampler from Made to Melt I'm not even going to say it this time. It's the one that I don't like to say. I did this one, and it performed very nicely. I enjoyed it. I would say it was kind of a medium throw. I think that's part of what I was having trouble with this week. There were days, and I don't know if it had to do with the temperature. It was like the perfect when you don't have to turn on the heater and you don't really have to turn on the air conditioner, but it's almost like the air was just so still in the house that scent really wasn't moving around. And I had many days where I was almost starting to think, can I not smell anything? But I could. I knew I could smell. So I would walk into a room, and the scents seemed to be super duper light to me. Every room I went into, it wasn't like, oh, this one scent isn't really doing it for me. It seemed like every scent was doing that. There was one day I had, it's in here, if I can find it. Oh, it's in I didn't finish. I was doing this one in the kitchen. It's freshly baked from the pharmacist's daughter. And it smells really good in the bag. And I put it in the 2 warmers in the kitchen. And I want to say for the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh, wow, that smells so good. And all of a sudden I was like, I don't smell anymore. And it was like that for everything. Like, I walk into the sunroom and I'm like, I don't really smell anything. Walk into the dining room, don't really smell anything. I'd have to go into the half bath to smell something. So I knew that my nose was working because I could smell it, but I don't know. It just wasn't working for me. And I kind of felt like, why am I spending all this time trying to change out wax and stuff when I'm not really smelling anything? So yesterday, I didn't turn on these at all. I didn't turn on the ones in the dining room at all, except for I put something in the Yankee Candle because it's the melt cup size. I put something and then I was like, that'll have to work for the whole room. And I did the same thing in the sunroom, except it wasn't the Yankee Candle. I used my etched core in the sunroom. And I was like, that's going to have to be enough. And I was just starting to smell a little more yesterday, even with just the one things going. So I think it had a lot to do with the temperature. So again, I'm kind of making excuses, but I didn't have a very fun week, let's say, for warming. All right, this one I did in my half bath. It's from the Bathing Garden, and it's called Summer in a Jar. And I was going to pull one out. I kept trying to think, what does this remind me of? What does this remind me of? And I finally figured it out. It reminds me of the way the mango high chew smells. That's what this smelled like to me, like a mango high chew. And this was in the bathroom. Again, the bathroom, I could smell everything. That seemed to be working fine for me, maybe because it's such a small room and I keep the door closed. But because of that, this one was in there for 3 days. I just got around to changing it this morning. I was like, okay, I think it's like barely there. So I was like, time to change it. So I think I did 3 days with that one in the half bath. I did the little snap bar I had from Jim's Daughter Crafts of Magic Princess. And this one kind of got done during that time when I just really wasn't smelling much. So I don't want to blame the scent. I just really wasn't getting much performance from anything for a few days. I did this one. I know I did this one in the dining room, and I even know that I did it in my Vino warmer on this end. This was Britta's Swim Trunks and Bloody Hunks, which has Hawaiian pineapple, mango, maraschino cherry, and Bora Bora. And I'm trying to remember, I did it at the same time. I don't even remember. Maybe I'll see it in here and it'll jog my memory. But I know where I warmed it, and it was a day where I was just maybe like I could smell the scents in the room, but they were just so light. I felt like me liking my scents to be really strong. I just wasn't getting what I wanted from the scents. And I almost felt like I really thought it had to do with the temperature and the way that there was just like no real air movement in the house. And I felt like I don't want to waste my scents. I don't want to warm them and not really enjoy them. So that's why one day I didn't do anything. Okay, this one, and I did it with this one and this one. Okay. So these three all had the same, well, two of them were the same set because it was from the same company. And then the other one has the same name, but it's from Hayden Rowe. And I went under the assumption that they were the same scent, just from two different companies. Because this one, the one from Hayden Rowe, didn't smell all that dissimilar from the one that I had from Made to Melt. So I did the two Pop-Ums of Pink Stiletto. And then I did Pink Stiletto from Hayden Rowe. And I did all these in the sunroom. And again, it was one of those days where I just wasn't smelling anything. I would get this faint scent in the room. Like I could smell it, but it was... If you've watched my videos, you know that when I walk into a room, I want to smell the scent, right? It was like I'd walk into the room and I'd have to really take in a deep breath and think about it and go, okay, there it is. But it wasn't just this. It was every room. So I can't tell you about the performance because I don't really know if it was the wax or the temperature. This one I did... Oh, okay. That other one that I said that I did the Britas over here, the swim trunks and whatever. Okay, I did that in that warmer, and then in the other warmers in the room, I did Southern Pop from Jim's Daughter Crafts, which has a blend of soda pop and black cherry bomb. So I figured it would, the other one had a little cherry in it also. I just thought it would be nice and fruity, and the pop would kind of give it a little bit more. And I could smell it a little bit, just not enough. So I have to take everything I say this week with a grain of salt, I think, because I just don't think it was, I don't think it was the wax. This one was not in my melting basket, but it was a white one, and I was upstairs and I was trying to figure out what I was going to put one day on the landing, and I happened to notice I had left this up there, and it was from a souffle called Jerry from Hayden Rowe, and I think there was either 2 or 3 pieces in there, and I was like, it's going on the landing. That's what I'm using, because it was there, and I was like, I get to finish it. And it was white, so it still qualified. These two I did in the kitchen on Valentine's. I did say that I was going to use this sample of Destination Wax, Pink Roses and Chocolate. I used that in one warmer, and then I used the Strawberry Berry Sauce in the other. Of the two, I'd probably say I liked Strawberry Berry Sauce more. On Monday, it wasn't too bad. Like, at least early, I did this, put it in early in the morning, and I didn't have that hard of a time smelling this. In fact, I smelled it for quite a few hours, and the Pink Roses and Chocolate, I wasn't super crazy about the rose scent in there, and I'm not huge on chocolate in my wax unless it's like a hot cocoa. So I wasn't like super crazy about this one, but I found the Strawberry Berry Sauce to be quite strong for being just the one sample in one warmer in the kitchen, and I thought it did really well. Both of them, I think, did very well. Let's see. Don't remember where I did it, when I did it. It was one piece, so I probably put it in one of the warmers when I was doing something else. I used Jingle Jangle. Don't even remember when. Probably on one of those days when I wasn't smelling anything. Which is a shame. It really is, because, that's the whole thing, is we want to enjoy what we're melting. I had 2 pieces left in here, so I probably did it like on Tuesday or something in the kitchen, and that was Autumn Coffee from Britta's Creepy Treasures. Sorry. This is definitely a scent that I like, and I'll say that I actually think I like it more on cold than on warm. I do like it on warm, but a lot of times scents change as they're warming. And it's not that it changes where I don't like it. It just changes somewhat so that whatever I'm smelling when it's cold that I think smells so good, I don't get it as much when it's warming. So, if that makes any sense. I did this one last night. I got myself a little tea light warmer from Amazon, and I have it on this little table right next to where I sit. And so I wanted to try out a couple of different pieces of wax over the past couple of nights. And so I did this one, which I had a little ducky sample from Hayden Rowe of the scent Hayden. And I know I have a loaf of it because when I had gotten this sample back in August, my husband told me that he really liked the way it smelled. So I had bought a loaf for him. I haven't cut it up and used it yet, but I know I have one. But I know that that's one of the scents that just got released. Let's see, I'm filming this on Friday. She had her launch today, I think at noon or something. And I know that that's one of the scents that's available, if it's still available. And luckily I do have a loaf that I haven't chopped up, because otherwise I'd be super tempted to go on there and get it, because, oh my gosh, I super enjoyed that last night. It was so, so good. All right, I think when I did that Jingle Jangle, I think I must have done this one. Oh, I think I must have done Jingle Jangle on another day in the kitchen. That's what it was. Jingle Jangle in one of the warmers in the kitchen, and Her First Birthday from Jim's Daughter Crafts in the other. I had pulled several sample sizes, so I did those in the kitchen. Let's see. This one I did in the half bath. This is from Jim's Daughter. It's Gain Type. That does really well. I find that the laundry scents, especially since I keep the bathroom door closed, tend to do really well in the half bath. This is the other one I did in the half bath. Like some of them, you know, like if I felt like after about 6 or 8 hours, if I felt like it needed to change, I did, kind of thing. And this one in particular, I said that I do like freebie Saturday for me. You know, I pick whatever I want on Saturday. So I know that I started this last Saturday. Then I cut it up another day during the week. Maybe even Sunday. I'm not sure. I might have done some on Saturday and then again on Sunday. And then I finished this week with this. Like I put it in this morning. That's when I took out that summer in a jar. I put this in. I had done a mix of, from Made to Melt, it's sweaters and mittens. So, you know, it's going to be a scent that has like sweater weather in it. And I had mixed it with Jim's Daughter's Mac Apple. Because I do remember the first time I had cut a piece off of this and put it in the bathroom, I did it by itself. And I kept thinking, wow, I think that would smell really good with Mac Apple. And so that's how I did it the rest of the week, was with Mac Apple. Okay, this one I know I did in the dining room. And this was definitely on one of those days where I just wasn't smelling stuff. And I felt like it smelled pretty strong in the little cup, so I expected it to. So I was disappointed in the fact that I just wasn't getting scent for a couple of days. And this one was from Vintage Chic Scents. It's called Cursed. And it's spicy, sweet cinnamon, cherries, and hints of orange peels. Now, when I could smell it, like if I got really close to the warmers, you know, I could smell stuff. Or if I really took in a deep breath, I could smell. And it was a very pretty scent. And I would definitely give it another try just to see if it would do better at a different time of the year. I almost feel like at this time of the year when there's like maybe no need for the heat, no need for the air conditioner, and so there's not much air circulation, that's a perfect time for those really strong scents, like a really strong mint or something, or a really strong fruity scent that's really going to permeate the air and that you don't need a lot of air circulation. So maybe that's why I like to do certain scents at certain times of the year. Don't remember where I did this, but this one was Jim's Daughter's Watermelon Candy. Well, I know I did it in the dining room. I just don't remember what else I was warming at the time. I may have been warming this. Possibly. I don't know. But I did do, from Scentsy, I did a bar of, from the License collection, from the Princess collection, the True Love Awaits. I personally am not really crazy about this one. I'm not like super opposed to it, but no, like I'm going to finish warming the bars that I have, but it's not in my club or anything. So I personally would not get it again. I did do this one on Valentine's Day. Also, I went ahead and pulled it. It wasn't in my initial melting basket, but I thought I'd go ahead and do the one from Scentsy that came out for the Valentine's collection. That was pink and that I liked out of the three, which was It's Love. And I liked it more on cold than on warm. This was a scent that I wasn't completely opposed to it, but there was this little note that would come out and it kind of bothered me. Like I would tend to think, oh, it kind of smells good. And then as I would like take the breath in, that note would kind of go up my nose and I'd be like, Yeah, no, I don't like that. No. So, I do have one more bar because I bought 2 sets, but yeah, no. There's so many other fruity scents that I like so much more, so I'm okay with not doing that one anymore. This one I did today in the dining room. I am smelling things a little bit more, so thankfully I can smell this one, and it's from Candles by Victoria, and it was a cup of cherry cobbler. So I cut it into 3 and I put it in the 3 warmers in the dining room. What else? I used up my bar of pink haze. I need to finish this quickly. I'm going too slow. And I used up my bar from the Mix It collection of juicy apple raspberry. And then 2 that I pulled that were not on my list, but I needed to do it. I was looking for something different. I went ahead, I only had 4 cubes left of sheer leather. I put that in the Yankee Candle warmer in my bathroom. So it's to help make the bathroom smell nice. Nobody's even up there, but... And then in this room here, and then the last 2 cubes I put in the mudroom, I have plum and white woods. Again, the temperature changed, and I couldn't do just like regular fruity scents that to me are more summertime. So I went with that. All right, the ones that I didn't finish that are still in my basket, I already showed you the Pharmacist's Daughter Fresh Baked. I really like that one. I'm hoping that I'd purposely save the rest of it because I did those on days when I just really wasn't smelling much. This one also, I never smelled it in my room. I had done it in my room. This was Sweeney Todd from L3. I was like, I'm saving it for another day. I used up most of this puppy pack, but I still had 1 piece left of pink mustache. I'll eventually figure out where to use that. I used some of Squeaky Clean. I did some of that on the landing, mixed, I think I might have mixed it, like put 1 Squeaky Clean. I put 1 Squeaky Clean, where is it? One of a, of a custom cut from Kay's of succulent strawberry. And then I think I put like the last piece being Barbie Girl from Hayden Rowe. So I was just trying to make it fruity and that clean scent at the same time. And that I could smell. I did some driftwood. My husband really liked that one. I had that one in the mudroom yesterday, and he happened to walk through there, and he's like, what do you got going in there? And I had to think. I was like, oh, driftwood. He's like, now that I like. He's like, I like those kind of scents. And I was like, okay, make a mental note. I'll need more driftwood later. I also used a little bit from Hayden Rowe's Raspberry Sugar. And I think I did that one on the same day I did that apple raspberry from the Mix It collection. I kind of mixed that in at the same time. I never got around to using my little sample of Aslan. Didn't touch that one. Didn't touch my Glitterati Hibiscus Guava Fresca. Never got to that. Again, I didn't want to do scents that just weren't... Not that the scents weren't performing. Nothing was performing. So I didn't use XOXO. I didn't use Volcano type because these just really seem like great late spring, early summer kind of scents. And so I just I couldn't bring myself to it. Apple flower and elderflower and apple blossoms. That summer in a jar worked so long in the half bath that I was planning on using that in the half bath. Never got around to it. I didn't use my Baccarat Rouge 540, which I probably would have used in my bedroom. I did use a little bit of this one. I cut it up from Empire Alchemy called Bougie, and it was Bum Bum Cream Type, Toasted Pistachio, Boom Boom Cream Type, Toasted Pistachio, Toasted Marshmallow, and Cotton Candy Cocktail. I think I must have done this one on a day where I was kind of smelling some stuff, and I thought it was doing nicely. I liked it. Let's see. I did pull out, I had gone to, we have a little store called Aldi. It's a little tiny store. It's kind of like a, oh, I can't think of the name of the store. It's supposed to be like a Trader Joe's kind of thing. And they always have a lot of things at really great prices. And I had seen somebody do a video on some of their candles, and I had seen this one in particular in their haul, and it's, the name brand is Huntington Home, and it's White Peach Cobbler. And when I sniffed, the person had 4 of them, and when I sniffed them in the store, this is the only one that really appealed to me. And I think I've lit it twice in the kitchen. It's doing really nicely. It's scenting the kitchen very nicely. And I want to say this candle was like $4.25. I'm like, yeah, I could get behind that. I didn't even cut up this one. I kind of decided to save it, and it's from the Pharmacist's Daughter, Oak and Apple. It's the only one that I didn't chop up of all my stuff. I did a little tiny bit of this one, the Lemon Wood from Hayden Rowe. I thought it was kind of nice. I liked it more on warm than I did on cold. This was a full one, and I'm almost finished my snap bar from Made to Melt of It's a Twisted Beach, which in my last video when I showed you my haul, I think I told you that was like my 4th one. So this is probably the 2nd one that I'm actually almost finished. Okay. Oh, I didn't use my sample of Rocket Pop. I planned on doing that too, and couldn't figure out where I wanted to do it, and then I was afraid that I wouldn't smell it, and I know I love that one because I've warmed a sample before from Hayden Rowe of Rocket Pop, and I absolutely loved it. All right, this is another one that I pulled today for the kitchen. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the kitchen. I didn't want to use that other one that I said I wanted to use later. And I figured, okay, I still had some of my own custom that I did for like Mardi Gras season. And this was my pecan praline king cake. And I still have my other one of just king cake that I had created. So I still have these 2 pieces and the rest of that loaf that I had made to use during the rest of Mardi Gras season. So I'm going to be doing that also. So I snuck that in. Here's that one that I told you a little while ago from Kay's Succulent Strawberry. Still have some pieces there. I have to go order this again come March when I can shop again. I have from my custom that I did with Kay's of Bohemian Wrap, which is blackberry frankincense, patchouli linen, and Nag Champa. Holy moly, that one I could smell when it was going. And these 2, I did, Moriarty I did one day in the dining room, which is another custom that I did at Kay's. And that's black amber lavender, cherry almond, and black sugar. I did this one at the same time I did some other cherry scents in the dining room. And then today I was like, okay, what am I going to do in the sunroom while I'm working? And I kind of put a mishmash, so a couple of things in the warmers, but I was like, okay, what am I going to put in the Yankee Candle warmer right by me? Something that I want to smell. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play around. And I took 1 cube of Moriarty, which I just told you what it has, and I mixed it with my other custom. I used 1 cube of Enola, which is Emerald Agave, Tea and Cakes, and Love Spell. These 2 together? Wow. I loved them separately, but I thought they were really good together too. I was very pleasantly pleased. And so I'm going to have to order some more of those 2. And I was talking about the little tea light warmer that I have on a little table next to me where I'm sitting on the sofa in the evening. And so I was like, you know what? I hadn't had great performance from this in my warmers before. So I said, I'm going to try this in the tea light warmer. And so I has different colors. I pulled out one that's more pink, but this is from Empire Alchemy. It's Casa del Mar, which is fresh mango slices, guava juice, golden amber, black coconut. And I had gotten it back in May. And I took like 2 of the little triangles and I put it in the, and that's the last, I put it in the tea light warmer. And wow, for however long one of those little candles lasts, it lasts a couple of hours, right? The whole time, it scented up the entire sunroom. I was like, wow, it smelled so good. I was really, really loving it. So I've done 3 scents so far in the tea light warmer in the sunroom. I didn't pull the other one. The other one was, I took a little tiny piece of Teddy B's, the Riverlands. I kept thinking, oh my gosh, the next time she has the Riverlands, I am getting a lot. This one, again, the Casa del Mar, did really, really well. And, which one did I say that I just... Oh, the Hayden one. Oh, my gosh. I'm so glad I have a loaf of that one. So, that's what I did for this week. I'd like to say that I enjoyed everything, but it didn't go so well this week for me. I'm hoping that the temperatures will start cooperating. I need them to cooperate. So that I can enjoy what I have for next week. And this video will go up on Saturday. You'll see what I have planned. I did that video probably a week or 10 days ago or something. What I have planned for the last week of the melting basket. So I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know, what have you had any issues with warming? I mean, you may be in an area where you're still dealing with like 20-degree temperatures or something, and, you know, maybe having different issues than what I'm having. But I know that there are probably some other Texas people possibly watching, or Louisiana, Mississippi, all of us in this, you know, kind of this area probably having the same kind of temperatures. And I'm just wondering, are you having the same issues where maybe you're not having a lot of airflow and you're not getting a lot of performance from your wax because of that? Just wondering. I didn't know if you had a bad week or if you had a great week. Wow. I feel like I'm having one of Drew's videos where he always says that it's not a video without some, you know, motorcycle or something going by, and it's my turn today. But anyways, I hope that you're having a great weekend. I hope that you'll be back. I hope that you've enjoyed. And I hope that you have a very blessed day. And until next time, enjoy your scents, enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey. Talk to you later. Bye.